With Counterpunch Boxing News, and I am live for tonight, live stream. Let's talk about some boxing. We got Chet Perry, Kurt. It is Ali versus Tyson debate. Okay, I got there. I got the Oreos. I'm up for it. Hey, you know, excuse me. These are the icons of the sport, right? Muhammad Ali versus Mike Tyson. And the Muhammad Ali of yesteryear. I was definitely a fan of Cassius Clay. Me personally, because Cassius Clay had everything. You know, he was fast, he was light, he was quick, he was sharp, his reflexes was there. He had the footwork, he had the chin. Because, see, one thing about Cassius Clay, Mama Lou, counterpunch to you. Cassius Clay was a guy that was driven. He was a guy that was fresh. That's a big difference. That's just like, look, let's take Daniel Dubois now. No, screw that. Let's take Mike Tyson in 1989. That was a fresh Mike. That was the Mike Tyson that was... You know what I mean? He was, this guy was, and the thing is, everybody looked at Mike as a big puncher. Yes, he was a big puncher, but it was the way he delivered punches. When he says that he punches with bad intentions, that meant that he punches the right way, the correct way. See, people don't understand, well, hey, if I punch you and I catch you the proper way, by default, I'm hitting you with bad intentions. You know what I mean? Stuart, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Ali was definitely a better man, Tyson, but I think Tyson knocks him out. Prime for prime. This is what could happen in a fight like that. Mike Tyson would be shorter. As we know, Muhammad Ali had issues with Joe Frazier. How tall was Joe Frazier? Joe Frazier was what? Let's check real quick. Let's check the stats on the tail of the tape. Okay, so Joe Frazier, height.
Joe Frazier was 6 feet
tall. So he was 6 foot tall. Muhammad Ali was billed at around 6'3", but he was more like 6'2". But of course, as you get older and, your vertebrae shift and you get shorter. Okay, so those things apply. Okay, and you get shorter. And him being 6 foot tall to someone 6'2", you would look at Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier and the style that Frazier had. He came forward. He did a little, Frazier was, he was kind of right at, so he was chest level, right at your chest. He was right at your chest. So when he was right at your chest, he was coming in, he and it made him unpredictable because he could throw it up, he could throw it an uppercut, he could rip to the body, and the left hook to the body. A lot of people look at that left hook. That left hook upstairs, a lot of people don't understand. That left hook to the body was kind of like Marco Antonio Barrera, like Mickey Ward. He would throw a left hook to the body and can make you shit some bricks. Oh, yes, I did say that. Bow! Oh! Deuces. Right? What elite fighters did Mike beat? Elite fighters. Well, let's take a look. That's a good question. Okay? Because Mike Tyson beat a lot of people in the 80s, and the problem with Mike, and I know what you're trying to do, all right? But let's call your bluff. Mike Tyson, let's look at his overall boxing record. And see what a lot of people say, what they said about Mike, like they looked at Roy Jones Jr. Roy Jones Jr. dominated the 90s. He dominated the 90s. He was like undefeated for like 12 years. Nobody could touch this dude. And, you got guys that he beat that were very good, but they just weren't great. See, when you get in there with an all-time great like like a Sugar Ray Robinson or a Muhammad Ali or a Mike Tyson or a Roy Jones or a Floyd Mayweather, Pretty Boy Mayweather. Because Money Mayweather, let's face it, we will never know how great Money Mayweather will ever be, because Money Mayweather is pretty much like a Jake Paul. There, I said it. The only difference is he's fighting fighters, but he knows he's fighting fighters that he can beat, that he has an edge over. So we'll never know how good Floyd Money Mayweather is, but we do know by opposition how good Pretty Boy Floyd is. Pretty Boy Floyd was one of the best of his generation, of his era. See, when he retired after he beat Oscar De La Hoya, he became the cash cow very briefly. Yes, he beat Ricky Hitman Hatton, but it was kind of like the last of a good version of someone that's willing to show you how good he is. See, Floyd Mayweather did not show anybody how good he is later on, because his intentions were different. His intentions were not to show you that I'm the greatest. I'm not trying to show you every guy that I can beat that's calling themselves great. I'm not doing any of that. I am trying to make as much money as I can. And how do I do that? I'm going to make you guys dislike me extremely. And that's what he did. So, like I'm saying, Pretty Boy did, though. Pretty Boy did everything he could to show people that he was one of the best fighters. So, King Mike Hall in the building. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. St. Don in the place to be. Spinks was a light heavy that had 4 heavyweight fights, and Larry was past his best. Tony Tucker and Michael Spinks are elite fighters. He mopped them up. Sport evolves. Imagine the current Spanish team against England 1966. It would be a slaughter. Ali was better than the bigger men. Kurt, who wins? Joe Frazier or Ernie Shavers? Ernie Shavers. I would have to say Ernie Shavers, see, because I don't see Frazier eluding those shots. Shavers punched like Wilder used to, right? He caught you with shots that he hit you so hard to the point where, like, he did things to you. Like, he would hit guys so hard he would give guys literal headaches for like a week or two. Like, they can take 3 or 4 aspirin, that headache's not going anywhere, because that punch is not normal. Okay, Ernie Shavers was a very dangerous man. And he was one of the hardest punching heavyweights that never, ever received or became a champion. You know what I mean? But I don't think boxing is not really about that. Sure, that's the overall goal, but understand boxing overall, certain fighters are dangerous and they don't always get to the top. Okay, like Zhilei Zhang may not ever be a champion, but everybody knows that Zhilei Zhang is very, very dangerous. Okay, he could go out there and probably whoop every single person. Zhilei Zhang. And everybody, you might say that's bullshit, Kurt. No, it may not be. Zhilei Zhang is 41 years old. He's older than everybody in the stable. Isn't he not? Except for Luis Ortiz, right? But I mean, other than that, he's older than everybody. He's older than everybody that's fighting now. I mean, elite. I don't mean like Kubrat Pulev or even Mahmoud Char's younger than him. Okay, so, but the point I'm trying to make is Zhilei Zhang, he is a very dangerous fighter, but he may not be champion, but that doesn't mean that he's not dangerous and he's not a force to be reckoned with right now in this era of time of boxers. Okay, so, yeah, let's look at Mike Tyson's. I got his stuff looked up here, and here we go. All right, so, dude, they actually put 7 on their record. They should have left that alone. Now he's 50-7 instead of 50-6. He's 50-7. Okay. Now, here's the thing: Mike Tyson, when he beat Buster Douglas, when he lost to Buster Douglas, Frank Bruno was a good fighter. Was he great? Michael Spinks, Tony Tubbs, Larry Holmes. Larry Holmes, to be fair, was past his prime. Tony Tucker, James Smith, Trevor Berbick was a very good fighter. Okay, So we're looking at Mitch Green. That was a rivalry. Jesse Ferguson. And of course, he came out just knocking people out, bro. He came out knocking these dudes out. He didn't go the distance until James Tills, and that was his 20th fight. So he was 19-0 with 19 KOs. He was equivalent to, he was like that. His record looked like Artur Beterbiev's, okay, in 1986 on the 3rd of May. Okay, so yes, he beat everybody there. When you beat everyone there, it's hard to say, you ain't fought nobody. That's bullshit. Because it would be different if he was there and it was guys that were calling him out that never got any steam or never got the opportunity, like now. See, now we can always say in every area, even you can take anybody. I don't give a shit of whoever you want to call out. Let's look at Oscar De La Hoya. He's known to fight a lot of people. He fought a lot of guys. He fought Trinidad. He fought Vargas. He fought Corte. And who else did he fight? He fought a lot of people. Bernard Hopkins. Sugar Shane Mosley twice, to be fair. But did he fight everyone? No. He didn't fight everybody. Winky Wright, boom, still there. Vernon Forrest, boom, still there. You know, James Page. You know, you had guys like that were around. Jose Luis Lopez. Seeing that guy, he was avoided by a lot of people, to be fair. So, you can pick anyone in any, except for Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson wiped everybody out of the 80s. That they thought they wanted some. He gave them what they were asking for. That was Iron Mike Tyson. Kid Dynamite. He showed exactly what Dynamite was. Right there. Right there. That's what he showed them. Or are you a heavyweight? I am a heavyweight. Now, to be fair, when I was fought amateurly, I was not a heavyweight. No, I wasn't. I was a welterweight. You know, but that was a very long time ago. The final boss, Luka Mora. Uh-oh, these guys in the trenches getting it on. Kurt, what about David Tua versus Ernie Shavers? That's a little different because David Tua had a chin. Not saying that Joe Frazier didn't. I don't want people to think that. But I will say this. David Tua had a left hook that could knock out your lights, and it would be interesting to see. However, David Tua would be considered a smaller heavyweight. So was Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson, David Tua, those guys were 5'10", 5'9". Those guys weren't big heavyweights. You know, those were smaller heavyweights. But Jack's man, hey, it would be good. Certain guys aren't allowed to research the top. It's politics and shady business behind boxing. Yeah, Razor Ruddock. Ali beat better names, but Little Mikey was a killer. Hulk Hogan's tights. Joe Frazier is better than Ali. Oh, Smoking Joe. Okay. Somebody's from Philly, and Marciano is the greatest. Okay, now that's dumb. I don't agree with that. Butterbean is the GOAT. Sugar Ray Robinson, Ernie Shavers all day. Hard to find Joe Frazier highlights. No, not really. Jay Roos, not really. Not at all. Take the first Ali Frazier fight. There are highlights all up in that junk. You think that he just caught Ali with one shot? No, he was catching Ali all night long. It's just Ali showed his durability, but those punches were hurting him. Let me tell you something. If you look, hold on, let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find this. You know, I'm not real techie, but I can, let's see. Okay. Let's see here. Because I remember a picture they had I seen Ali after that. Ali on the right side of his face, this was completely swollen. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, here we go. All right, let's see. All right, here we go. Boom. Check this out. This is after. Look at that. Look at that. Look at those cheeks. Look at those cheeks, bro. Look at that. Look at that, bro. Look at how that mouth protrudes. Hold on. Let me see if I can get a better picture of that. How about that? Look at that. Look at that chin. Yes. That's after the Frazier fight, bro. That's in 71. Okay? March of 71. When Frazier caught him that many times. Yeah. Bro, he had that. Yeah, it looked crazy. So no, it's a lot of highlight reels for Joe Frazier, and that's just that one fight. You can see how swollen Ali's face was. Absolutely. And that was because boom, boom, bit, boom. That's because of that left hook. That Philly. Hook 'em, Joe Frazier. Hook 'em, Joe. Who have I cloned? If I cloned, why would I report the final boss, Luca Mora? I think what it is, you might have changed your name and it was a Luca Mora, and I think you changed it to the final boss, Luca Mora. Holyfield was a special fighter. He had heart. Holyfield was a special fighter, and I think, Holyfield did his thing, man. And you know what? I would be the first to admit, like in the late 90s, early 2000s, I was a biased boxing fan. I couldn't be a casual because I knew too much. I knew too much about the sport, the ins and outs, the background, the politics, the promoters. So I wasn't a casual, but I was a biased fan. I loved Mike Tyson. I liked Evander Holyfield. I was really proud of George Foreman. George Foreman, when he became the oldest heavyweight champion ever, I was so proud of him because after that he went on, because he was always a good boxing commentator on HBO. He stayed on Larry Merchant's neck, sometimes Jim Lampley, but mostly Larry Merchant because of the things that he used to say. And he, got the George Foreman lean, mean, fat reducing machine, which I used proudly. I bought like 5 of them in my life, maybe more than that. Because I had a black one, I had a big silver one, I had a white one. I had one at my house, which was a different one. Hell, I found one time. I'm like, what's wrong with this thing? So I had a lot of those. So I was really proud of them. I was biased too. I wouldn't hear a bad word about Mike back then. Bro, you couldn't tell me that Mike, like chicks, and chicks would say something bad about Mike or somebody that, I would have a problem with that. Yeah, I would be pissed off. No, man, don't talk about Mike Tyson. I mean, bro, you could not tell me anything about Mike. And see, here's the thing. I remember when Mike bit Holyfield's ear off. I'm like, yeah, good. That's how big of a Mike Tyson fan I was in the 90s. Because I'm like, in 97, I'm like 17 years old, turning 18. In 1997. So I'm like a teenager turning into a young adult. And when it happened, I remember, because the dude bit Holyfield's ear. It was sounded all around the world. Everybody in there, mama, daddy, grandma, cousin, China, Japan, Cambodia, Nepal, okay, Tibet. Everyone's heard about Mike Tyson biting somebody's ear off. It just flew. We didn't have the internet, people. We did not have the internet. We didn't have none of that. We didn't have that. Who would Riddick Bowe versus Ika Barabucci prime for prime? Riddick Bowe versus Ika Barabucci would be an absolute war. Because Riddick Bowe was bigger than Ika Barabucci. But I don't see Ike bitching up. See, one thing I learned about Ika Barabucci, and that was the fight that proved himself, and it was also a fight that showed a lot about him, is that he had a chin, he had durability, he had style, he had posture, he had patience. He showed that he belonged in that classification. Even Mike Tyson was a guy that didn't like anybody. Mike Tyson just, and he had a chip on his shoulder. He didn't like the media like that. He had whooped a couple media guys. Hey, he whooped a couple of those dudes. Wasn't Holyfield headbutting Mike Tyson in that fight? Oh, he was, to be fair. A lot of people have their own. Yes, he did. Where do you think you got those cuts from here and here? They came from headbutts. Holyfield, people have a better way of cheating. The only one thing I can say about Danny Dubois, which I don't, he's a young kid. I mean, he's not the most charismatic guy in the world. But other than that, him in the ring, he's an absolute beast. And Danny Dubois, if my only issue with him is, he uses his head. Everybody calls him a baby Mike Tyson, but they should be calling his ass a baby Holyfield, because he's holding that head to your face. Bow, pip, pip. Bow, pip, pip. I mean, he's in there. Who you got, Benavidez or Morel? I'm going for Morel because he's Cuban. But I don't think he's going to beat David Benavidez. He just doesn't have the punch variety and the speed. I think speed will be a factor. He has a puncher's chance. But does that mean he's going to beat David? No. But he is, and what I've learned about David Benavidez is fighting guys his size. And what we learned about the Vosnik fight is he can't knock everybody out. See, he can knock out smaller guys. Like, even look at Andrade. Andrade is not even supposed to have been at 168. That dude was at 160. He started at 154. Andrade could have probably been fighting it still to this day at 154 had he not. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not a natural 168 pounder, a super middleweight. He is not that dude. He just came up to challenge him. Okay? He could make the weight, sure, but that doesn't mean that you're competitive at that weight class. It does not mean that at all. Okay? Holyfield loved those headbutts, so did Ward. Didn't really have a problem with it, like Tyson says. It's a fight. It's up to the ref to upload or to uphold standards. Dubois is showing his personality more these days. Is that Marsh to mind? He is. That's why I use Danny Dubois, put some respect on my name. I use that simply because those are good things you should, express about the IBF heavyweight champion. And he is a good fighter, bro. He showed hard work, dedication, and improving yourself and learning and practicing, improving yourself in the gym can do wonders for you. Not just looking good or being buff or having a persona or a facade of being fighting. No, actually getting your ass in there and training and practicing how to whoop someone. That's what he did to Joshua. He came in there and whooped Joshua. And he wasn't, now looking back at Dubois wasn't even really a guy that, he was so excited. Look, that was then, and I'm ready to fight, no talking. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. He had some respect behind that slam to the table. That table slam. Let's fight, let's go. He was ready. He was ready to kick some ass, and that's exactly what he did. He wasn't trying to sound cool or charismatic or on time or, none of that. No, he's ready to fight. I signed a contract, I'm ready to kick some ass, and that's exactly what he did. Shout out to Daniel Triple D Dubois. True. Okay, let's see. Zazzy Zeb's in the building. Kurt, who will win Evander Holyfield versus Mike Tyson in 91? Well, I mean, obviously that you have to give that to Mike Tyson because remember, Holyfield was he was a light heavyweight, I think, at that time, or a cruiserweight. I think he was either light heavy or cruiserweight. So no, I mean he was smaller. Dubois has added that hit to his game as well. He likes the headbutt. Yes, Triple D uses his head like many great fighters when they get dirty, but Dubois' fist cut Hrgovic's face, not his headbutt. We don't really know if that's the case anyway. We don't know. We don't know if it was a combination. See, just because you catch someone with a headbutt and they don't bleed, don't mean a punch couldn't open a shot that's been damaged by a headbutt. See, a lot of things, the durability of a headbutt, I mean, you got guys like Dubois. Dubois is using his head and he's punching you. So, yeah, I think it's a combo. It's a combination. Your face, your skin can only take so much damage, man. Kurt, what about Muhammad Ali versus Larry Holmes, prime for prime? Ali got Holmes. Ali learned from... Ali taught Larry Holmes. He taught him everything he knew. He sparred with him more than anybody else. He knew everything about Muhammad Ali. So it was sad. It was piss poor. I hated the decision for that to happen. That's right. Final boss by any means necessary. I want to get him out of there, and for any means necessary. And I'm going to win the championship, the title, and keep the title, and put some respect on my name. Put some respect on my name, boy. He gets happy. Put some respect on my name. Counterpunch to you. Kurt, the stash looks good on you. Growing it for a particular reason. No, I just worked on a show. I can't tell you the name of it, but I just worked on a show. So, a big Netflix show. I'm going to tell you that much. So, I played a military character. Mike didn't deal with dirty fighters. Holyfield found out. Galata known for fighting dirty. Mike dared him to fight him dirty. Mike had the fight won before the bell was rung. Marlon. I remember that time frame. Let me tell you guys a story, okay? I've had a lot of relatives. Like I have several cousins that have passed away. Okay. I think about them every day. And my God, I have people that used to watch fights with down in the den when I was younger, because I've been watching boxing for years. And it's either I was here, because this is my father's house right here, because I'm doing some work on my house, or I was at my cousin's house down the street, and we watched boxing all the time. And when Mike Tyson fought Galata, the press conference was so lit. We watched the press conference 3 or 4 times. Me and my cousin Emmett, my cousin Otis, all these guys, and we were just like, man, Mike gonna kill him, And everyone knew Galata was notorious for low blowing. Look what he did to my man Riddick Bowe. Dubois might be unbeatable with his talent and dirty tactics. But no, Marlon, my cousin, he reminded me a lot, because he reminded me a lot of Mike, the way he thought. He said, man, Mike ain't messing around. Galata didn't care about beating Bowe. He just wanted to hurt him. I don't know. I think Galata was kind of retarded, though. Can I say that? Well, I can. You know why I can? Because they said that back then. They said retarded back then. Netflix show called The Desk, Kurt. No. I know what you're doing. Zazzy Zabs, I know what you're doing. The Desk. Nope. No. No. That's actually a show I coordinated here in town. The Desk was I was a stunt coordinator here, and I coordinated that. So, yeah, you IMDb'd it, didn't you? Yeah, nice try. No, this one is not there. In fact, it's so secretive, and they do that, but we have to sign NDAs, right? So I can't tell you what it is. Sterilize poor Riddick. Yes, man, he got to be sterilized. Do you know the punishment that he took to the nuts? Do You guys understand that Galata hit this boy like this. Galata was bent over. So he had leverage. So this man had leverage, and they were in the pocket, toe to toe, head to head. Then all of a sudden, bow, bow. He caught this man intentionally. Bow, bow, bow. I mean, dude, right here. Galata fell in pain. Dude, the dude was hurt. And because Galata, it's like 6'4", 245, 250 pounds. And he back. I mean, he gave him not just that one. You know, a lot of times a low blow is like kind of like, you know what I mean? No, this dude, he hit his balls like someone would be hit to the body. You guys understand? That dude, yeah, he's sterilized. I think Rick Bo's damaged right now. Downward. Yeah, no more kids, Fizz. No more kids. Yeah, he dug deep in them nuts. No, did he? Quiet big guns. Galata did that because his feelings were hurt when he realized he doesn't have the power to hurt Bo. Bro, he was beating Bo. Don't give me that. He was whooping Bo. He could have beat Bo. He could have beat Bo. He was beating Bo. He was beating Bo twice. Both fights he was beating Riddick Bowe. Riddick Bowe couldn't even beat him. He did not, like Galata was beating Bowe. You know what I mean? So, something up here, bro. I don't know. I don't know what he was thinking. That's dangerous hitting anyone down there. Yeah. You know that's a pressure point, right? You know? In case you know, this area is a pressure point. Kurt, are you ready to knock some content out next week? Fighting week coming. St. Don, huh? St. Don in the building. Absolutely. 5 or 6 a day. Then we got the weigh-in. Then we got the face-off. Then we got the final press conference. Then we got the fight. So listen, yes, to answer your question, St. Don, yes. You know, let me make a poll. I haven't done a poll in a while. You know. So, yes, absolutely. Man, I'm making at least 40 videos next week. 6, 7, 8, 6. Kurt, who wins? Danny Dubois versus Andrew Galata? I don't know. I think, I think Dubois is more mobile and he's durable. Bro, that dude's solid, bro, and he's naturally solid. He's not a dude. If you look at Dubois, you can tell he trains, but you can tell his muscles are natural, meaning he's born with the physique he has. He doesn't have to go like AJ. If AJ didn't lift weights, AJ would lose most of that muscle. AJ's like Michael B. Jordan. Michael B. Jordan, you know, he's a normal, naturally slender dude. If he stops weight gain, all that weight should fall off of him, unless he just gets fat, and then the muscle, you know. No, like AJ is a normally tall, skinny dude. Not saying he don't have definition. What I'm saying is he's not naturally bulky. He's lean. Not everybody's meant to be looking like Mike Tyson. Now you can attempt to hit muscles and stuff like that and have an appearance of that, but Daniel Dubois has a different build than someone like Anthony Joshua. Okay? This is a copy Don account. Okay. Don't know who's gonna win, but can't see the fight going the distance. I hope it doesn't. So we won't have any issue. I hope it's no controversy when it does come to someone getting knocked down or stopped, or, you know, because we don't need any complications. We don't need any confusion like that. We don't. Sup, Kurt? Sorry we couldn't get up yesterday. Maybe in the future. What are you doing in Bama anyway? I was coming through Bama, leaving Atlanta, Georgia. Yeah, man. Yeah, sorry I caught you at work. Yeah, man, I was able to link up with Jay Roos. You know, we met up in the flesh. It was cool meeting, man. I would like anyone that's in that this area, especially if I'm in the area. I would love to meet up with you, have some coffee or whatever. Or I don't even drink coffee, but have a water with lemon, have some lunch or something, and talk boxing. You know, I'm not better than anybody here. We are in a community together. So, you know, I would love to meet you guys. Okay? Just like I'm going to do in the UK sometime soon. Soon. Okay, I hope Fury doesn't lay in him all night, making it boring. Hopefully Usyk can maneuver away. That's not going to happen anyway, because one thing about Ukrainian fighters, they're not lazy and they're not slouchy, and they're not going to allow someone to be lazy and slouchy on their behalf. Meaning, if Tyson Fury thinks he's going to lean on Usyk, he has another thing coming. Those guys, they don't like clinches. Those guys, they don't like people holding or laying on them, because they're going to show you that they don't like to. They're going to we've seen Usyk do that numerous times. What if somebody tries to hold on him, he slips, he dips, and he slips, and he turns or spins out. And if he's on the outside of you, expect to get hit by about 3 or 4 friendlies. Because you can't pull that type of stuff with someone with legs that good. After seeing how many times Wilder caught Zang, my money is on Caballo. Caballo might beat Zang, bro. And if Caballo can beat Zang, Caballo's a very dangerous fighter. But you know something, though? Like, I like Caballo. But I also like Zang. If it was up to me, because it's a 50-50 fight to me. But something tells me I want to see Zang fight someone like Fury. I want to see Zang fight Dubois. And understand, in order to see this, I would like to see Zang fight Bakali. That's the fight I want to see, really. Zang Bakali is the fight that I really want to see. His favorite gonna put money on Caballo. Yeah. I would like to meet my brothers Kurt and Jay Roos in the flesh too. We could watch a fight together one day. Quan Big Guns, where are you located? Zang is being aged out. Yeah, I think so. I think he is. Because they're throwing him in there with all the tough guys. You think about who he's fought. He's fought Wilder. He's fought Parker. He's fought Joyce twice. But here's the thing. He just needs to stay healthy. He needs to do I think what would help him be B12 shots, collagen shots, magnesium shots, natural wellness, because that's what I'm starting to do now, like getting B12 shots, you know what I mean? Getting them equipped and I'm feeling a lot better, a lot healthier. I'm hitting the gym, I feel better after workouts, like last night or yesterday rather, I worked out like 3 hours yesterday and I felt great waking up. I didn't feel sore, all that. I felt good. You know what I mean? Foot detoxes are good. Zang needs this, especially in his 40s. I know, I'm in my 40s. And when you're in this age, you have to take better care of yourself. In the 30s and 20s, you can fuck off and piss off and, mess around, get drunk one day, wake up the next day, go to the gym like nothing's happened. You can't do that in the 40s. You feel like do. So, taking care of yourself is a must. Yes, Zang has the punching power. I think he needs to work on stamina. I think he needs an additional strength and conditioning coach. Not Alex Ariza. Not Memo Heredia. Nobody like that. Not, what's that guy's name? With Snack? Not him either. Joe Joyce has aged rapidly. Yeah, he has, but I think that was going to happen anyway. Even if he would have beat Zang, he would have been taking too much punching power. And, that's how he fights. But understand, someone like Joe Joyce, this is how I look at Joe Joyce, a war horse. He's a war horse. He's a guy that likes to fight. He's a guy that likes to trade. He's a guy that likes the overall contact, the brutality of boxing. He's a guy that does not expect to go long anyway, based on his style. He likes to get hit. He gets hit too much. So if he gets hit too much, how would you expect someone like that not to be worn out? It's like a race car. Buy a race car that's been around the track 5 or 6 years. Yeah, it can still run fast, but it's worn and torn. Zang hasn't beat anyone other than Joyce, and even that win has aged terribly. Hasn't beat anybody but Joyce. He's beat Wilder. Come on now. See, here's the thing. We need to stop doing that. Like, he beat Wilder. Okay, if Wilder would have beat him, people would have been looking at Zang as trash. No, he beat Wilder. Mike Tyson is going to fight and get the heavyweight championship. Okay. Saw Lennox Lewis hanging out with Usyk. Bad omen for Usyk during fight week, man. Just need David Hayes' prediction now. Oh, God. No. Let's stop. Washed up Wilder. After watching Joe Joyce versus Cash Ali, you could tell he was done. Joe Joyce, man, he's slow. He's been slow. He's not a fast fighter. He's a volume fighter with a good chin, or had a good chin. Now that he hasn't had a good chin lately, yeah, he's done. You know, he's done. I mean, and don't get me wrong, I like Joe Joyce. Joe Joyce talks like a British surfer. You know, I like to get in there, you know, and I like to fight, and I like to take punches, and if I can get in there, I don't like to get hit, but that's the name of the game. And, you know, I try my best and try to fight and try to get, you know, put my punches together, you know, and get in there and, you know, go back to the drawing board. If Chisora is beating you, then you're done. Damn. Yeah, that was bad. That was pretty much the nail in the coffin for Joyce, to be real, because he's supposed to beat Derek Chisora. He's supposed to show Derek Chisora why there are levels to this. You know, Zang, to be honest with you, Zang destroyed a good couple fights. I'm going to tell you why. Let's do this. Okay. Here we go. So, there's a little Q&A for you. What's a better fight? Zang versus Joe Joyce or Joyce versus White? Saludando, Batalla. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Kurt, who Zang versus Anthony Joshua? Who wins? Zang? I don't know. I have no idea. You know, damn, you've been eating well. Okay. I cheat on you. Ain't that a... Both are good fights, okay? Joyce, White, 50-50. Now, think about this, though, okay? I want to keep in mind, that's to add to this question, this Q&A. Joyce probably loses to both. Listen. Let's go back, because this is 2024. 23. Before Joyce fought Zang, the Joyce that was undefeated versus the Dillian White that we had of the time. That was the fight that we supposed to had. Who wins that fight? I mean Joyce pre-Zang. Not Joyce now. Joyce pre-Zang. Joyce probably loses to both. See, okay, come on. Klitschko is coming back. Gonna be great. Hope he does. Is it? Will it be great, though? Was it great when he was here last time? Yes, my uncle who picks off my plate. Me versus... Darth Slagle, White. Okay, who else? I've never tried this Q&A before, so let me see how it looks. I deleted by accident. Problem with that. Sad arse. There's plenty of room in boxing right now. Couldn't hurt. Well, Wilder was genuinely never interested. Wilder has genuinely never interested me. Okay. I'm not a white fan person, but he just an all-around better fighter than Joyce. You know, I think it's kind of difficult to ask this question now because I should have asked this question before he fought Zang. And I guarantee you, people would be like, no, Joyce beats up Dillian White. He outpunches Dillian White. All he has to do is hit Dillian White with an uppercut because Dillian White can't take the uppercut. You'll see stuff like that, and he can't beat Joyce because haven't seen Joyce dropped or stopped in heavyweight boxing professional. Who wins? Zhilei Zhang versus Michael Hunter. I think Michael Hunter can withstand the onslaught. I think you know what I mean? Unless he gets old overnight, because he is 35, 36 years old, right? You know, Michael Hunter is no spring chicken. So we'll see how good his gas tank is and how good he is at avoiding shots. T.O. is going to be a beast after he gets some training from Eddie. Hunter wins. T.O. is going to be a beast after he gets some training from Eddie. Fender Bender. I don't know. I don't think that's the case. I think fighting Teofimo Lopez, a guy that's athletically gifted like that, going to someone like Reynoso, is that really good for him? I don't know if it is or not, honestly. Now looking at, you know, how he trains, because he trains everyone the same way. If you look at Canelo Alvarez, Oscar, right? Valdez, Andy Ruiz. Like, look at most of those fighters. Even Frank Sanchez. All of those guys fight exactly alike. That front forward, high guard, Mexican style. Like, I don't know if that's good for T.O. See, if T.O., like, I don't know. I think someone like... if he wasn't such a fucking racist, he would be, you know, he could get with someone like Derek James, someone that keeps his guard up. But, I mean, I think he goes with a Reynoso because the Reynosos are Mexicanos. You know what I mean? And he's from Honduras and all that because, you know, he said a lot of derogatory, like, anti-black things. So I don't see him going with that. I think he's, like, against the system, like, he's a guy there. I'm not racist, but I'm trying to point out racism. That type of shit, but says racist stuff. He's that type of dude. So I don't know if the Reynosos would really commend him. I don't think that would do him justice. I think Teofimo Lopez goes in there with the right type of person, gets his ass whooped based on how they're training him. You know, will he be better with counters? Maybe. But I don't know. I hope so, but I just don't like, you know, like, look, all of those guys, Andy Ruiz, Canelo Alvarez, Oscar Valdez, you know, all of them are the same style. Every one of them are the same style, the same exact style. They're all front forward, you know, looking for counter, left hook, right? You know, like, I don't know if that's good for Tio. I hope so, but I don't know. I just don't know. Hunter, Ruiz, Wilder, Anderson have all fell away badly. T.O. beats Boots. Okay. If he can get a Boots fight, Boots look like he's ducking and swerving and leaning and all that stuff. Man, I can't wait for Fury Usyk. Last time I watched it on the 42-inch telly, Fury beats Usyk on my new 80-incher and wishes us all a legitimate Happy New Year this time. Nah. Happy New Year! Time of my life, and I never felt this way before. Cool, boom. What you think about Wilder versus Joyce? Wilder versus Joyce as a comeback fight. Yeah, for Wilder. Because all he's going to do, he's going to hit Joyce and knock Joyce out because Joyce, I don't think, has the punch and durability anymore. You know what I mean? And he's faster anyway. Joyce is slow. Yeah, that'd be a perfect fight for Deontay Wilder. I'm going on an all-day Christmas piss up on 21st. Might have to bail out and watch fight or watch it smashed. Did anyone notice Alex Krusik reminds Fury about his Happy New Year comment? Team Usyk buzzing off Fury big time. Oh yeah, I remember that. You wished everyone Happy New Year. The hell would you wish someone New Year in May? Man, that's one hell of an ass whooping. I meant Sandor had T.O. lost. T.O. didn't know what to do. He got gifted that fight. Yeah, he did, because Sandor Martin is a guy from Spain, and he's a guy that wasn't meant to win. In boxing, you have guys that were paid to lay. They weren't paid to stay. Okay? Okay, that's something we need to understand. Like, certain fighters weren't meant to win. Who wins? Oscar Rivas versus Zilly Zang. Ooh, Zilly Zang probably. Rivas is tough, but he's just small, and he doesn't have the mobility. You know, he's not in that Mike Tyson. If he was a Mike Tyson-esque built guy, he could destroy Zang, but no. But T.O. is super talented fighter. His mouth is his problem. But here's Fender Bender. When you take a talented fighter like that, and then you minimize his overall talents to you minimize them to a certain style, I don't think completes him. I think T.O.'s better than that Reynoso style. I think he's more gifted than, I don't think they could offer him anything but damage and pain for him to be more mobile. But we'll see. We'll see. It's dangerous to write Fury off since always does better in the rematches. We'll see that too. The Brits are going to be out of control if Fury wins. People will go crazy, bro. Bakali versus Zang would be fire. 55-6 Punisher 223. Absolutely. He says Rivas is a bum. Kurt, I always wanted to see Oscar Rivas versus Derek Chisora. That would be a good fight. That would be a great fight, actually, because Chisora ain't going nowhere. And that's two guys that come forward. That's just a clash of war. That's a war. Don't be afraid. I will not leave you alone. Usyk does better than Fury in rematches. Well, I don't know. I mean, you see, honestly, we haven't seen adversity, true adversity, until one of them lose. See, Usyk has always won. See, we'll know how good they do. Rematches, for look, it's going to be. I predict this fight's going to be better than the first fight because they're going to know each other, and I don't think it's going to last but about 8 or 9 rounds. I'm just going to keep it a buck. I don't think. I don't think, honestly, I don't think that. No, look. I don't think that this fight's going to go the distance. Lord Frieza, appreciate you, brother. Kurt Prime George versus Bacali. Bacali. I mean, George was good, but George, I don't think he wasn't faster than Bacali. Bacali has fast hands. His hands are quicker. He could get to the target faster. Has no man ever taken another man's zero and then that man taken his zero in the next fight before at championship level? Okay, let's see. Let me think about that one. That was a very good question. Jazzy Jabs. No, it wasn't Frazier. Wait. It might have been Joe Louis. Let's see. Joe Louis might have done that. Let's see, bro. That's a porn star mustache. I believe that might have been. There we go. All right. Okay. All right. Max Schmeling beat him, gave him his first loss in 24 fights. Okay. So, Max Schmeling, though, nah, he's been already bad. He got beat by Jack Taylor and Larry Gaines, and yeah, that was crazy. Okay, no, it wasn't him. Good question. If Fury beats Usyk, then both just cancel 2024 out on others' records. Bow! So Bacoli is good enough to compete in Ali's era. Theoretically, I don't disagree with you. I mean, he's just big and he's got fast hands. And that is Ali's right. I don't know, man. I don't think so. Bo and Holyfield took each other's. Oh, just look it up. Okay. Nice. St. Don, counterpunch to you. No one apart from Fury fanboys think Fury will win. To people unbiased, it's basic logic. If AJ and Triple D couldn't KO Usyk, then Fury for sure has no chance. Fury doesn't hit like Triple D or AJ. He doesn't have to. He hurt Usyk in that fight. I disagree with you on that one, Quan's Big Guns. Why? Because you don't have to have a knockout punching power to knock out somebody. He could have stopped Usyk. It's about putting punches together. It's about timing. It's about the right type of punch. That uppercut definitely hurt Usyk. He hurt Usyk with that shot. He just couldn't capitalize on it. You know what I mean? Because he should have been, accumulation does a lot, does wonders. So no, I don't think that at all. I think if anything, Fury can stop Alexander Usyk. He can. He's hurt Alexander Usyk. So why couldn't he stop Alexander Usyk? You know what I mean? Now, to be fair, that's where footwork and foot speed and mobility comes into place, because once you hurt someone, you then have to be able to cut the ring off to track them down to finish the job. And that's what I seen him unable to do. Not, oh, he can't hurt him because his punching power. That's bullshit. His punching power has nothing to do with it. You know, heavyweights all have punching power. You get caught with the right shot by a heavyweight that practices, that knows how to punch, you're going to be on Queer Street. Or you're going to be dropped, or you're going to be knocked out. You got, it's either three options. And all of them are not good. All of them are not pleasant. AJ hurt Usyk, but he couldn't stop him. So I don't see Fury stopping Usyk. Well, AJ, who's to say AJ hurt Usyk? He just, Usyk did, look, Fury did a better job than AJ did. Let's just keep it a buck. AJ started hammer fisting and shit. Yeah, he threw an onslaught of punches, but who says that he had the effect that Tyson Fury had with that right uppercut? You can't, because it wasn't any point in that fight. Well, oh, that was a good punch from Joshua. Oh, he hurt Alexander Usyk. No, it wasn't. It was a time where he had Usyk, on the defense, where he was throwing shots, where he knew his big ass was going to run out of air. I knew that much. Kurt, who wins? Philip Hergovic versus Martin McCauley. Probably McCauley, but that'd be a good fight because Philip has proven to have a good chin. And I'm really interested to see Philip Hergovic return. He's another guy that got beat, even though he had the weakest link. He had Mark Damori. Okay, so he doesn't really get a lot. He needs to beat someone on the level. He should have fought Zhilei Zhang in a rematch to get, he beat Zhilei Zhang. But, whatever. Usyk couldn't take center ring against AJ. He had to fight off the back foot. Well, to be fair, AJ hits a lot harder than Fury. We all know that. We can agree to that. So he's not dumb either. Coming forward like that could put yourself... He didn't want to end up like Klitschko, people. You think he wanted to get hit with an AJ uppercut? Oh, no. Yeah, he ain't trying to get knocked out. That's the reason why he's one of the best fighters, because he's smart enough not to do stupid stuff or careless things or have habits in a fight that caused him to be like that. Okay? I'm a Gypsy King fan, but I'm comparing him to Joshua's crazy talk. What do you mean comparing him to Joshua? What do you mean? You got to remember, no one wanted to fight Hergovic. That's why he had to settle for the likes of Dempsey McKean and Damori. I don't know about that because he eventually ended up fighting Danny Dubois anyway. So I don't know. I think people avoided Philip Hergovic early on, 4 or 5 years ago. Like back in maybe 2020, 21. Yeah, he had problems, getting a fight because everybody that was ranked on the IBF was not trying to step up and fight this boy. And that was Luis Ortiz. That was Andy Ruiz. There was a lot of those fighters that upped that opportunity to fight Philip Hergovic. So if we want to talk about them, we can, because those were the people that actually ducked the opportunity. They did not want to fight Philip Hergovic. Does Jared Anderson come back, and does he prove a threat to anyone? I think he comes back. But I think he's taking his time, because I think anytime where you have to regroup to see where you belong in the sport, it's going to take a while for them to place you in a particular space in the sport. So that's what they're trying to do now. He's hanging out. He's probably still hanging out with his young baby. He just became a father. He got a fat ass check. You know what I mean? He got some in-house PUSSY people. Let's be real. And I don't think he's worried about that right now. The money's right. His family's intact. He doesn't have to worry about all that stuff right now. But he's coming back. Bars. McCauley beat up Triple D in sparring, and look at Triple D today. Anderson can come back. There you go. But then again, Philip Hergovic's supposed to beat up Triple D. And Triple D showed him what was up. Kurt, who wins? Frank Sanchez versus Zhilei Zhang. I'm going for Frank. Cuba, 100%. Mi gente, mi país. Lo que sea. Anderson is still the future of boxing. Okay. all sports are rigged. James Tank, they are to a certain degree until somebody gets knocked out. I just you wonder like these fights that don't supposed to happen the way they don't supposed to happen, and someone you never heard of gets found in the back of the car, back of the Lankin stankin'. You know what I mean? Like something happens where it don't supposed to happen because somebody lost a lot of money. No, absolutely not. Jared Anderson is a wash. No, he's not a wash. I wouldn't say that. And we'll see, but he's not a wash. He's going to show people, AJ was ahead on the scorecards given into the 10th in the second round, whereas Fury was lucky to be in the fight. Well, to be fair, Fury should be TKO'd. Name your top 5 heavyweights. Joe Louis, Muhammad Ali. I like Clifford the Black Rhino ATM, but like the best, Joe Louis, Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson, Lennox Lewis. And Alexander Usyk. Heavyweights. Oh, no. Current. Oh, my fault. I like Martin McCauley. I like Zili Zang. Daniel Dubois, definitely. I get Caballo. I guess I'm going to say Frank Sanchez because everyone else is just too old. Tyson Fury, he's old. Usyk is the best. He's the champ. Danny Dubois is the champ. So they both got to be on the list. I get Caballo, Zili Zhang. Those guys are about to fight for whoever wins out of their fight will fight for the number one. So hopefully later next year they will fight for the IBF or whatever. Parker's good too. So let's take Frank Sanchez out and throw Parker on there. So there you go. Those are the 5. Jared Anderson versus Joseph Parker would be very good. And I don't know. That's a good fight. That's a very good fight. Usyk, Fury, Bakali, Caballo, Parker. Yep, there you go. I would take Fury out because if Fury loses again, then he won't be. This is a contractual, he's in there, and I get it, but no, the current. Itoma versus Torres Jr. in 2028. Okay. Nobody compares to the excitement, to the KOs, the GOAT, Mike Tyson, cue ball in the building. That's what's up, brother. 1 Usyk, 2 Dubois, 3 Fury, 4 I get Caballo, and 5 Hrgovic. 5 Hrgovic. Okay. Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson, Lennox Lewis, Joe Frazier are the best 4 of all time. I can't believe Wilder said he would knock out a prime Mike Tyson. Yeah, he said it. You understand that was a guy of over 4 years ago that said that. See, Deontay Wilder said that shit 4 years ago. So I want to see Hrgovic back. I like him, man. I like him too. I like Hrgovic because Hrgovic knows how to talk and sell himself. So does Jarrell Miller. I like Jarrell Miller too because they know how to sell themselves. They don't hold their tongue. They don't act like this gentleman and then say something behind. Speak your mind, bro. Yo, I think you're trash, bro. I think you're a boring ass fighter, and I'm gonna show the world how boring you are. Besides people riding your dick, I'm gonna knock you out. Right? That's how it is. My current top 5: Usyk, Triple D, Bakali, Parker, and Wardley. Wardley. Oof. Look what he did to Frazier. Hrgovic versus Bakali for Hrgovic comeback. In reality, Hrgovic was beating Triple D. Well, I mean, I think I think they pushed all that, honestly. I think before, and this is the problem, AJ shouldn't have fought Triple D. AJ should have fought someone else. AJ could have fought Andy Ruiz. AJ could have fought someone else. He shouldn't have. I think the way that fight was stopped, I always thought it was bullshit. I think Triple D and Hergovic should have fought again. I think there should have been a rematch clause, but then again, this is for an IBF eliminator, kind of, right? So, you know what I mean? So he didn't stop or drop Hergovic. They stopped it. The doctor stopped it on points. Now, the problem was he didn't make a fuss about it. He didn't do like my man Manuel Char after the Vitali fight. Manuel Char was like, man, I don't, get off of me. Get off of me. Get off. He was like, remember Mike Tyson? Come on, get my nigga thinky. Right? It wasn't like that. So, yeah. Kurt, who wins? Oscar Rivas versus Jarrell Miller. I don't know. I think Jarrell because he's just bigger. Because I think he'll just weigh his size away on Oscar. And Oscar's not a big puncher. Thing about Joshua is he wanted the smoke. He fought Usyk and Dubois even though he could have been smarter. Yeah, he did. No, but he came up short, and he disappointed a lot of people. Let's just be fair, because Daniel Dubois is supposed to have a third loss, and he's supposed to be the IBF heavyweight champion waiting for the winner of what's going to happen next week. Let's just be real about it, people. So, yeah, people are like Anthony Joshua is on the redemption list of Counterpunch Boxing News because he lost. He came in half-cocked or whatever, or he just wasn't good enough. I don't give a shit. Okay? I don't care if he was injured. I don't care about any of that. He lost. He got knocked out. Okay? I know it's going to offend a lot of people. He got knocked out. Yes, I'm disappointed. I think I speak for a lot of people. Yes, I'm disappointed in Anthony Joshua. He should have beat Danny Dubois. Danny Dubois did his damn job, though, and came in and taxed that ass. However, he was not the favorite. And he was not the favorite for a lot of reasons. Okay? We always wanted to see Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury. We've been waiting for this shit for like 5 years. We've been waiting since 2019. The moment the draw struck down the middle between Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury, okay, we were waiting for Joshua versus Tyson Fury. But anyway, that's my take on that. But guys, I'm going to jump off of here. It's been cool. It's been fun. I will see you guys tomorrow with another one. Stay tuned for new content. I have content ready, locked and loaded to shoot out to you guys. Until then, be blessed. Enjoy this Thursday. And everyone has been counterpunched. Peace!